Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. I haven't done anything in my art journal for ages, so that's what I've been doing this evening. And I thought, well, if I like to cut and paste and so on, maybe you like to watch me do that. So I've turned on the camera to say howdy and to show you what I've been up to. I will remind you that I'm using an altered book. I've shown you this in the past, but this was a Reader's Digest book, fairly big, almost 12 by, no, 8. So I ended up having to take several more pages out of it just because the spine was getting compromised. So these are some of the pages I did during the color combo, hashtag color combo 2023, and very much enjoyed it, but of course fell behind. It was a weekly thing, fell behind when I started the 100-day project. So I've got some pages gessoed and ready to go. And then I've got others. I like this taping, looks a bit bogus because I, of course, removed pages. I told you about that in a previous video. And I haven't gessoed anymore. I thought, well, why don't I just glue down a background paper? And so here are some other pages. I was trying to spread out the stress on the book by doing some at the back as well. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I had done most recently. Anyway, so I typically put, what is this, parchment paper, I guess? In case, just to protect the pages around. Now, I have already started some of this. Boy, that glue is sticking like a hot damn, isn't it? Not. Anyway, I have some component pieces picked out, and I've already attached some. I must have smeared some glue on there. May not show, but in case it does, I'll try to lift it. This polka dot stuff is just wrapping paper. So, really thin. You look at it the wrong way and some of the design starts lifting. The stripe is just, a lightweight scrapbooking paper. These are things that I cut off this hot pink book page. And the thing that got me thinking about doing this at all was the fact that I was taking, I put it away already. I was taking apart a book and trying to salvage, the pieces that I could use. So it was a book on celebrating flowers and a real variety of things, from these awesome floral things, photos, some text about certain flowers, line drawings, colored or not, of some, pretty primitive looking ones, and then things like this, and things like this. So I had done a bunch of, fussy cutting of some of these components, and I really liked these graphic, sort of slightly off-kilter. It was a chapter on vessels. So anyway, it's starting to come together, but I wanted to involve you at this point, so I'll tell you what my plan is. And as always, trying to distribute the color throughout the piece so that, you know, one's eye. This was on a you know, a gutter of a page, so I pretty well have to butt it up against that edge. I was going to put this here, kind of have the footed part of the bowl kind of between their heads. I don't know about this, it's not white. Maybe I'll touch it up against the polka dots. Now I was also, oh, I know. This is an arrangement that was done, some kind of a crystal thing, but I thought it looked kind of cool if I pretended that it was in this bowl and had that down here just as a, you know, to add some botanical elements to this. I mean, I do have part of that peony there, but still. Probably want to introduce some polka dots someplace else, so I've got them at least in 3 places. These are peonies I probably won't end up using. This has its little ear cut off on that side, so it should probably go here somewhere. Don't really want to cover these gals up, so it's a woman, I guess, admiring herself in a full-length mirror. So I don't know, maybe I'll do it like so and then just cut that in half. But let's kind of go in order here. So if I wanted more polka dots, that's maybe the only place I can do it, where it'll be mostly covered, but it'll still create the 3 areas of focus. So let's momentarily move this out of the way. I think that's about the right spacing for, or the right location for that, for this little stripe. And all this is things that I trimmed off that page because it was looking a bit too wide. If I used that, I didn't have room for much else. And I don't, like, normally that Yoo-hoo glue works really well. I don't know why it didn't seem to hold that wrapping paper down. Okay, this is all attached. Oh, I was going to put, so let's remember. We're going to butt it out, or maybe we should have it against a white. So remember that space. Whoa, stuck my arm to the... I should get a fresh glue thing here. Don't I say that all the time? I hope that you are well. I hope that you're taking some time just to play in your craft room. Chuck this out. I've been trying to play a bit of catch up since we finished combining the other morning. And so I did a bunch of laundry today, watched just a few videos. Oh, by the way, I did long ago, July, can't remember, when I did the What's in a Name video challenge. I tagged 5 people, and one of the people was Martha Makes Art. Well, she posted, she hadn't seen the video, she hadn't seen the email I sent, and so I just reached out to her again. I said, you know, like, I think this is a really good opportunity for small channels to get more exposure. You know, why don't you check out the video and see if you want to do it? So luckily she did, and she did. And she posted it. I didn't have a chance to watch it till today, though, because you know, I don't have a TV in my combine, or a laptop or anything like that. And I didn't want to be guilty of distracted combining either. I can probably just about position this now. Now I hope you can, maybe I'll pull this down a bit. Let me see what you can see. Can't really see what you can see. Okay, so just my take on design. I want the point of this to intersect this polka dot thing. I wanted to cover that up a bit, and I wanted obviously not to cover the ladies' heads. So that's about where that'll be. So if I line this up with that black stripe, I should be fine. But what happens on this side? Maybe I have to go a wee bit more. That will look bad if it's, or I could have this lower down. Oh, but will it interfere with? Huh. I guess it's, no, I think that'll be better. Okay, so maybe I will just take a pencil and make a tiny little mark there. Whoops, so tiny it's invisible. I really hesitate to even be on camera with these god-awful nails. I had to cancel my nail appointment, of course, because I couldn't leave home to... Am I doing this right? Yes, that's fine. This is fine. Okay, I'm gluing this down. So I have an appointment on this coming Tuesday, but I can't exactly let moss grow under me till then, so... Oh, another thing I did today that you may be interested to hear about is where's my mark? I continued adding things to my giveaway, my 500 plus subscriber give. Oh dear. I got some glue on there. So I found some more good stuff to include. And I kind of just have to figure out the timing of this. In October, which is like tomorrow, excuse me. I have to check this spacing again. No, it needs to be higher. Maybe I should use, see, by sliding this over, I cover a bit more of her hair, but I get rid of these little awkward negative spaces. Mind you, then it doesn't touch there. Maybe I'll split the difference. Okay, I think for this, I should probably use our glitter glue. Anyway, I go to, we have a timeshare in Canmore, Alberta, which is a mountain resort town. Well, yeah, I get it. Tourism is a big thing there, but obviously people live there as well. It's not just all tourism, I guess. Anyway, So that's a week. And if you can imagine, I take all kinds of crafting things to do. And basically just indulge myself in taking, that's all I do all day long. No, it's one of those things. Eat when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired, and everything else doesn't matter. And there's no one to answer to and nobody to please other than myself. And if you've never done that, I highly encourage it. Look at this. How come it's crooked? Nothing is really straight in this world. Oh, I probably didn't glue it very straight there. Operator error. I will go back to the glue stick for this piece. Whoopsie, let's cover this art glitter glue. Anyway, I was saying about that, I was talking about that, that week away. I don't really want to, or maybe that is a good time to run a contest or a giveaway. I don't know. I'll see how, it's like when you're going on vacation and you really, shift into overdrive to get all sorts of things done. Sorry, I need to lift it to see if I'm more or less, not that I can judge. These drawings are kind of like very primitive and amateurish. Okay, so I know for sure I want to do this, so I should do that. I'm just trying to think if it would be good. Maybe I should just take this base off. I have nothing, I'm not gaining anything by having this here. I'll just kind of cut around that a bit. Some of these little petals and leaves will overhang the edge of this vase, or bowl, I mean. So essentially, if what is that? That's about 2 inches from there. Anyway, yeah, back to the giveaway. It is shaping up to be, I think, a pretty good one. And I think, whether, obviously, if it was somebody who's just starting out and acquiring supplies. Now, I forgot where this was in relation to the pink border. I think I will break this line down here. So that I said that would be about 2 inches over. Yeah, I shouldn't worry too much about everything being straight because clearly it's not going to be when nothing here is straight. Okay. Now what did I say I was doing on the side here? I was cutting this. If I put that there, it disguises the fact that that's not very straight. So why don't I just roughly cut that? Very roughly. Yikes. Well, I'll have to trim that. Ay, ay, ay. It's almost 10 o'clock at night when I'm doing this. So I've got all these lights on and, maybe I should be in bed instead of trying to do a video. And with these fingernails, I can't pick anything up. Okay, so Obviously where I've cut it off at the bottom here, that has to line up, and then I'll just trim. Got that there, so I can put that there. Got my polka dots, I've got pretty nice. Now I do have these other couple of pieces, but I don't think that, I mean, then it's starting to look like I'm really framing this, which I don't think is a good idea. Don't mind that. It would be a shame to cover up part of this, but I should have put this uglier one over here. Somehow I think that helps. Now what would happen? That thing, it could be oh, excuse me. It could be I mean, you're not going to tell anybody if I put that down upside down. I almost think I like that better. Not better, but I'd rather use this someplace else, I think. If the eye enters here, it kind of has a place to flow, go and flow. And if I have this now, do I want there to be any pink peeking through there? That creates a bit of an awkward space there. But maybe having a little bit show. Sorry to be so anal about this, but you know, once it's down, it's down. Now my flowers aren't wide enough if I did. That probably doesn't make a great deal of sense. So how about yeah, maybe that's better. There's some layering happening. Don't cover up as much of that gal's reflection. That's what I'm going to do. So just above the polka dot paper. Anyway, maybe I'll see how it goes. Usually well, it depends. I try to pack smart because, you know, I also obviously need to take clothes, and I take some of my own food. Oh no, I said up here. Take some of my own food because, of course, food prices are crazy. Yeah, I think that's about the right spot. So I try to, you know, challenge myself to just take the essentials and you know, basically make do with what I take. Now I had a small strip. Okay, let's do what I'm sure of, and then I can second guess myself. Yeah, so maybe if it's not too much of a dog's breakfast, maybe I will show you what I'm packing and tell you what the plan is. Sorry, I keep moving this around. Maybe I should try lifting this up a smidge. Now there's a concept. Oh, I better remember to trim that. Overhang. So of course I take my laptop. I also take a desk lamp because it is, the decor in there is sort of like a mountain, you know, rustic-y kind of decor, so it's dark. Of course it's in the mountains. It'll be October, so the sun sets, you know, we haven't switched back to standard time. So yeah, to do any kind of detail work, obviously, I bring my own lamp, I bring a surge protector, a laptop, things to fussy cut. And of course, they also have a pretty, I mean, I've had success at their thrift store in the past. I'm just going to trim this surplus overhang here. Oh, that looks like I chewed it. It's not that easy to do this, you know. Okay, I'm not letting anyone with a micrometer near the edge of this page to measure outages. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to lift this up so I can see what's going on. Another thing I learned when I was taking art classes is that sometimes when you look at a piece and you're still at that point where you're trying to decide, is it done? Should I be doing something else? Is to slightly squint, let your eyes sort of go out of focus, and that seems to help point out some problems or anomalies, or, you know, something that needs some help. I am pretty pleased with it as it is. It doesn't, you know, of course, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be something that a person sweats over for hours. I'm just wondering, though, if I have something handy in the way of a sentiment or a label. Yes, let's have everything fall down. I haven't looked in this drawer for a while. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, Carrie, fleur-de-lis. That would work, you know, because they're black and white. Or an H for you-know-who. I'm trying to be a bit of a purist here and stick with, you know, black, white, pink. So I always seem to default to those Artie Mays numbers that were done on black. I have these things that kind of look like, oh, and they're little magnets. They don't belong there, of course, but okay. Like the H, of course, is nice, but the fleur-de-lis has a little more substance to it. I mean, it's darker. Let's see, what is this exactly? So there's a little bit of white around that border. I also have fleur-de-lis stamps, but somehow it feels like something is needed along there. Okay, we can't take all night for this, so let's I'm just gonna cut between them and just sort of pretend that they were the right size. I mean, they wouldn't be that wide, but, and of course I'd probably do a third one. You know what might be good? 1 inch. Can I get the whole thing in there? And not the lines. Let me see what I can see. It's kind of bad when there isn't enough to hang on to. Hey, that's going to work, people. People. Oops, not exactly centered. Oh. I hope you guys are holding your breath because that would help. Okay, we don't want any of the black line around. Oh, I see I have a little bit of black there. Let's do one more. Okay, oh, if I hold it like that, I should be able to do it. I hope you can see that. It kind of annoys me about that one. I'm going to do another one. Okay. So if I do the first one, so it sort of interrupts that right angle. And then I'll probably do the bottom one, and then I'll just split the difference. I may decide that I can use this other guy down here. And then I would just trim that. In fact, let's cut that line off right now. Let's cut it off a little straighter than that. Yes, I am pleased with that. Okay. So we're going to, oh my goodness. You know, I kind of get sick of the way I can't seem to avoid getting glue on the, okay, so I'm about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the page. I'll try this method. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, you want to get to the edges and okie dokie. So 1/4 of an inch. Whoa, that's a little, that's not, okay, that's more like it. Did I put that on crooked? I think I'm tired. I did, I was recovering from that late night combining. I think I already said it, probably. We combined till 4 a.m. on Friday morning, and I slept till 3 p.m. on Friday afternoon. And so then, of course, I went to bed. I was finishing, I enjoyed the, on Netflix, the series, well, 2 seasons, called The Club. I think that's more or less centered. Anyway, so I stayed up watching that, and I think I went to bed at 1:30, like, so that would have been Friday night. And I didn't take a melatonin, which might have been a good idea. And of course, my mind was racing because I was thinking, oh, what videos I have to do, giveaway I have to do, you know, all those things that sort of, I'm just going to lift this up again. Sorry, people. Sorry. I think I'm putting there. So I hope you like this. Anyway, so I couldn't fall asleep for a while, but then I thought, damn it, I have to break the cycle. So I set my clock for 8 a.m. this morning. So, you know, I need to get kind of back into a routine of some sort. Anyway, that is my story, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, guys, I suppose if in another time and place I come across a beautiful, oh, sorry, my little caddy here with all my labels. That almost doesn't seem big enough, does it? That's an Artie Maze. Oh, look at this. This is like a stick-on, well, you know, like when people sort of can do their homemade, well, not addresses, I guess, but see, if this was on white instead of cream, that could have worked, maybe. Okay, let's use one of these numbers, and then we will be finito. 2, 9, 6. This feels more like it should be a 9. Oh, that's pretty sticky. Probably don't trust it though. This may not, it maybe get lost a bit here on this black background. I could just put it there and have it overlap the vessels, and if it touches the flowers, that's okay too. Maybe I should just do it. I'm going to stand up for this so that I more or less get it. Okay, I am done. If you haven't started an art journal, and it doesn't have to be as big as this, and it doesn't have to be in a book like this, and it can be whatever you choose it to be. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can bump it one more time. I would really hope, and maybe that can be the subject of a video, setting up an art journal, and maybe we do kind of a smaller one, or different styles, different possibilities, so that when I'm working mine, you can work in yours, or you can work in yours when I'm not working in mine. But I think there is a real benefit to doing this, and even if there wasn't, it's so darn much fun. You know what I just spotted, and it annoys me? Look at this. How the edge of this thing, this bowl, just lines up perfectly with that. Ugh. Do I need one more fleur-de-lis? But then that's bugger up my count. Well, no it won't, because I've got a fifth one down at the bottom. So there. Just because I started putting everything away. Okay, no lines allowed. Try to get it centered, girl. Whoops. Let's just use our glitter glue. Okay, how much space? More like so. No problemo. All fixed. Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.